Hello and welcome back to the Intro to Innovation and Entrepreneurship vlog, starring me, Maddie. Today we're here to talk about my favorite failure. And for this, thought about it a lot because I find entertainment failures very, very interesting. I have a lot of weird knowledge in my brain about a lot of them, but I'm going to go back to my theater kid roots for this one, and I'm going to say that my favorite failure is Carrie the Musical. Carrie the Musical was on Broadway in the 80s, 1988, for a total of 5 performances at a cost of $8 million. Everyone hated it during opening night. With the cheers, there were boos. So it was regarded as pretty bad. It was only 5 performances and is known today as Broadway's most expensive flop in history. And I like it because is it objectively the best musical? Absolutely not. Would never claim that. But it's fun. It's camp. It was very much an 80s show. You can tell it was made in the 80s. It was camp. They revived it in 2012 off Broadway with a lot of changes to the script and such, which I think made it better. That's the version of the show I like the most. But I do think it was regarded too poorly in its time. I would say it's my favorite failure. I think it should be reevaluated because there were good parts of it, and those good parts are what stayed when they redid it in 2012 and they adjusted the script. There were a lot of underneath, like the 80s flash, there was a lot of good material to be used, and I think it should be reevaluated because it cost $8 million to produce, which is not expensive these days for Broadway, but at the time that was like really expensive for a Broadway musical to be produced. But it was selling out every night. The reviews were horrendous, absolutely horrendous. No one wanted to see it. But I think it could have had a bit of a longer life at a profit because they were selling out every night. And so I think we need to reevaluate whether or not we want to was it even given time to become a commercial failure if they only sold tickets for 5 actual performances after previews? I think it needed more time to have been properly considered a commercial failure. Artistic failure, subjective. Commercial failure, I think, deserves some reevaluation. Tune in next time when I talk about my second favorite musical failure, Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, in which many people were injured and a lot of money was spent.